Hey guys, so this time I'm going to be doing something a little different from the rest of my videos. I'm going to be doing a how to play Hope Now by Addison Road on the acoustic guitar. Yeah, so let's get started. This is a chart of what the strings look like on the guitar and their respective names. As you can see, there are two E strings. To refer to them, I will say either the top string or the bottom string. The first chord we're going to learn is called the B minor chord. The way that you play this chord is with your index finger, you press down on the second fret of the last bottom 5 strings, and then your middle finger goes on the 3rd fret of the B string, right here, and then your other two fingers go on the 4th fret of the D and G string, like this. This is how your B minor should sound like. If that's too difficult, what you can also do is, instead of holding the entire 2nd fret down with this finger, you can put your index finger here and then do the rest the same and just play the bottom 4 strings. The next chord we're going to learn is called the G chord. To play the G chord, put your middle finger on the top string on the 3rd fret, put your index finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, and put these other two fingers on the bottom 2 strings on the 3rd fret. It should sound like this. If that's too hard, you can also instead put just one of either of these fingers on the very last string on the 3rd fret. The next chord we're going to do is the D chord. To play this, put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, right here, and then with these two other fingers, your index and your middle finger, you're going to play the 2nd fret of the surrounding strings. So like this or like this. It doesn't really matter. That's how your D should sound like. The other chord we're going to use is A major. And to play A major, what you use your index, middle, and ring finger, and you place them on the 2nd fret of the B string, G string, and D string. It should sound like this. Another chord we're going to use in this song occasionally is the E minor chord. To play the E minor chord, use 2 fingers to hold down the 2nd fret of the A string and the D string, like this. Another chord that I personally am going to use in this song is the D/F sharp chord, which basically means you're playing a D major chord, but you're going to play an F sharp up top, which is the 2nd fret of the top string, as the bass note. When you see a slash, that's what it means. The 2nd note is the bass note. The 1st note is the chord. It should sound something like this. Occasionally you might see me play it like this. One more thing we're going to use in this song is the rhythm concept of beats. So the tempo of this song in particular goes around this speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If everything comes down to love. 2, 3, 4. 1. Then just what am I afraid of? All these chords that we're going to play in the song are either 4 beats, 8 beats, or 2 beats. First, we're going to start off with the verse/intro, which is basically a repeated sequence of B minor for 2 beats, G for 2 beats, D for 2 beats, and A for 2 beats. So it should sound like this. If everything comes down to love, then just what am I afraid of? Now I purposely did that in that kind of strumming pattern so that you could hear the beat. From here on forth, I want you guys to sense the beat. I'm actually going to strum it how I normally strum. The pre-chorus is actually pretty easy. It's just G followed by A, followed by G, followed by A. All of those chords are going to be 4 beats long. Should sound like this. I'm not my own, I've been carried by you all my life. Everything right. Now the chorus is a little bit different. You're going to play G for 8 beats, D for 8 beats, and then G for 4 beats, A for 4 beats, and then D for 8 beats. Should sound like this. Everything rides on hope now. Everything rides on faith somehow. When the world has broken me down, your love sets me free. Yeah. Verse 2 is pretty much exactly like verse 1. The same repeated sequence throughout the entire verse. And when my life is like a storm, rising waters, all I want is the shore. Say I'll be okay, make it through the rain. You are my shelter from the storm. Except this part right here, instead of going to D and then A, you just go straight to A. Whoa, everything rides on hold now. Now the instrumental is just like the introduction in the verse, except that instead of playing a D and an A at the end, you will play an A for 4 beats. So it should be like this. La da 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 da, la da da da, 2, 3, 4. Now the way I play the bridge is like this. I play E minor for 4 beats, and then D/F sharp for 4 beats, and then G for 4 beats, and then A for 4 beats. So for me, it sounds like this. I'm not my own, I've been carried by you all my life. Everything rides on. Alright, so now you know how each of the parts of the song goes. It's up to you to put it all together and make it sound good. Now, if you want to know how my strumming is like, I just keep an upward downward motion with my you know what, let me move this a little bit. Here we go, so you can see me better. Basically I just keep an upward downward motion with my hand and play on the beat mostly, with occasional pauses. So it sounds something like this. As you can see, I'm just strumming up and down, kind of changing the emphasis every once in a while, and sometimes deciding to play and sometimes not. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If you did, subscribe, maybe you'll see more, and comment down below, because this was done to the request of somebody who commented on one of my videos. Alright, thanks, bye, God bless you, love you guys.
Everything rides on faith.